12 roller coasters rise above the much recently improved 290-acre Six Flags Over Georgia. And with notable coasters like Goliath, Mindbender, Batman the Ride, and Twisted Cyclone, here is how each coaster is ranked from worst to best. Starting off with number 12, the Dahlonega Mine Train. Operating since 1967, this aerodynamic mine train coaster doesn't really do a whole lot. Wait a minute, I just lied. It does if you'd rather get a bumpy ride experience, then it really does a lot. One unique thing that I really do like about this family coaster is that it offers 3 lift hills, and the last one being the best. Now, how many other coasters out there can you say that you've ridden that has 3 lift hills? There's not that many, especially outside the Disney parks. And to make this video even more unique, I'm going to share with you the best element from each ride. And this one is getting off the train once it stops back in the station and thinking of all the great coasters that Six Flags Over Georgia could replace this ride with. That is how bad it is. Number 11, Joker's Funhouse Coaster. Now, do not let the size of this ride fool you. This family coaster is a lot of fun and offers a great drop and helix that is mostly located inside of a tunnel. Joker's Funhouse Coaster is a step up from your typical kiddie coaster, and it really is a fun ride despite the short track length. The best element, of course, is that drop into the underground helix. Number 10, the Georgia Scorcher. Now what's funny is, I used to have this B&M stand-up coaster ranked much higher than what it is now. But the older I get, I'm a young 42, the more and more I just don't really care for these stand-up coasters. They're not fun to me. And while Scorcher is considered to be the second best B&M stand-up coaster ever built, behind Magic Mountain's Riddler's Revenge, the ride is rather small and only offers 2 inversions. For the best ride experience, I recommend riding the very last row on an outside seat. The best element, I personally really like the almost 90-degree turn right before the corkscrew. It just catches you off guard and it really is fun. Number 9, Superman Ultimate Flight. I know I might catch some heat with this one, and I respect that, but please understand, I really don't care about B&M flying coasters. Though Superman is by far the best of the 3 Ultimate Flight clones. Unfortunately, the ride just does not do a whole lot for me. In fact, I don't ride it very much when I visit Six Flags Over Georgia. Though, when I do ride it, I always try to get an outside seat and sit in the last car of the train. The best element, by far, Superman's pretzel loop, because it is awesome, and I personally feel as if the coaster's first drop is very underrated. Number 8, Blue Hawk. Oh, Vekoma. It's funny how these new trains can turn a coaster from an only ride if you're crazy because it was that bad when the ride was known as Ninja, to a ride, if you don't ride it, you're crazy. That's how good this ride really is. I really enjoy the new trains and this awesome compact layout. Blue Hawk is actually a lot of fun and really does offer a pretty comfortable ride experience. Now if you love head choppers, then this coaster has your name written all over it. You will get flipped upside down 5 different times, and the best part about it is the entire layout for Blue Hawk is located over the water. The best element has to be the butterfly inversion. Now here's a fun fact. Blue Hawk is one of only 2 roller coasters in the entire world that offer this unique double inversion. Number 7, Riddler Mindbender. Opening up in 1978, the Schwarzkopf double looping coaster used to be my second favorite in the park. But sadly, after the coaster's refurbishment in 2021, Mindbender just is not the same. The fact that the trains are 2 cars shorter really do affect the overall ride experience, because those additional 8 riders per train would really give Mindbender a more intense ride experience. But sadly, the ride is now neutered and there isn't much airtime. Now while Mindbender's layout is still awesome, this terrain coaster sadly just is not the same. The best element, I really like the first loop. Coming off the first drop, it does not look like the train will go through it at such a high speed, but it does, and it is by far the most intense part of the ride. But again, nothing like it was before 2021. Number 6, the Great American Scream Machine. The second oldest roller coaster at the park offers great laterals, floating airtime packed into a beautiful L-shaped layout. This PTC wooden coaster has been thrilling riders since 1973. Six Flags Over Georgia would not be what it is today without the success of the Great American Scream Machine. Looming over the lake, the white structure creates a picture-perfect shot for this classic ride. The best element, by far the first drop over the lake. I've always appreciated that drop and how close to the water the track gets. The top 5 coasters at Six Flags Over Georgia are all solid rides. It really goes to show you just how stacked this park is and why you need a visit. And when you do, be sure to wear some of my Keep Riding Coaster merch that you can find at themeparkbrandon.com. You can find shirts, posters, hoodies, and more. Which brings us to number 5, Daredevil Dive. While this Gerstlauer Eurofighter looks small, don't let that fool you. This ride really is fun. Starting off with a 95-foot tall vertical lift, followed by the insane beyond vertical drop, Daredevil Dive is a must ride when you visit Six Flags Over Georgia. Throughout the 2,099 feet of twisted track, you will experience 3 inversions, with the best one being the Heartline roll that you travel through very slowly. The only thing I don't really like about Daredevil Dive is the capacity. This line is always at a turtle's pace, which is why I recommend riding it first thing in the morning once the park opens up for the shortest wait times. As for Daredevil Dive's best element, well, for me it's pretty easy. It's all about that first drop. It gets me every time. Number 4 might surprise some of you, the Georgia Gold Rusher. The first ever Ultra Surf coaster from Intamin is actually a ton of fun. This shuttle coaster really did surprise me. You start off with a mild launch out of the station, and once you travel over the airtime hill, you are hit with a nice second launch where the train travels up the 144-foot tall tower as you wait for gravity to kick in, because you then free fall back in reverse, and then travel through the launch section again, this time reaching faster speeds. The train flies over the airtime hill, through the station, and up the second 144-foot tall tower. And this is where the Georgia Gold Rusher really delivers. The full speed 60 miles an hour launch over the bunny hill up the opposite spike. Oh, and the best part about this ride is the car's spin, adding a very unique element to an already great fun ride. The best element, the speed hill. During that final launch, you get some really good airtime. Number 3, Batman the Ride. For whatever reason, this Batman is the best of the clones. Maybe it's the placement, maybe it's the awesome blue track, maybe it's the Georgia heat. Who knows? But this Batman the Ride is extra whippy and intense than the others across the Six Flags theme parks, and I love everything about this ride, especially when all the station effects are working. While Batman the Ride's not the tallest, 105 feet, nor the most twisted, 5 inversions, B&M designed the perfect coaster with this layout. And for a coaster that is approaching its 30-year anniversary, it's still a very popular ride in the park, and for good reason. The best element, the 0G roll surrounded by the vertical loops. The pacing through this is amazing. Number 2, Twisted Cyclone. While this is the smallest RMC hybrid coasters here in America, and it's my least favorite one, that doesn't mean it's not a good ride, because it is. You have to think short, but fun. Twisted Cyclone offers a great first drop, especially in the very back row, an awesome step-up underflip inversion, and then the wave turn. Outside of those elements, you will get ejected out of your seat multiple times and thrown through an underrated 0G roll before making your way back to the station. In my opinion, this ride just looks great. I love the white supports and the bright blue track. The best element, the wave turn. It's perfect. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then all I ask you to do is please give it a like. Also, check out my other coaster ranking videos that you can find on my channel. Now it's time to talk about the number 1 coaster at Six Flags Over Georgia, and that of course is Goliath. And I've been riding this B&M Hypercoaster ever since it first opened up in 2006, and I've always loved it. This layout has Goliath constantly ranked as one of my favorite B&M coasters in the entire world. I love and really appreciate how you travel out of the park and over the road, adding a very unique element to this ride. Mix that in with some amazing airtime hills, a great helix, might be a top 3 helix in the world, the horseshoe turn followed by 4 airtime hills as you make your way back to the station. Goliath never lets up. While it's not orange anymore, the new colors are growing on me, but I really do love the classic orange track and teal supports. But at first, I did not like these colors at all, but again, I'm starting to warm up to them the more I visit the park. Goliath is great in the very back row, but it's also so good in the front row. The visuals as you travel over and out of the park are some of the best you will get on any coaster. And when you're traveling up the lift hill, I recommend looking off to your right because you're going to get a great view of downtown Atlanta. Now, the only thing I do not really care about Goliath is the crazy, insane long exit pathway. It feels like it's a mile. Now let's talk about the best element on Goliath. By far, it's the helix. It is so good, especially in the back row. Now that you know how I rank every roller coaster that you're going to find at the awesome Six Flags Over Georgia, I want to know how you rank them. And also check out the video at the bottom of your screen and learn about just how healthy riding coasters are for you. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.